Hello everyone, it's Lady Shajana. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. Today is the first of a new series that I'm calling Cavern Queen's Quick Tips, where they will be very short videos specifically talking about one aspect of using Minecolonies, usually specific to Cavern, but sometimes I will be delving into other styles as well. And I hope that you find them useful. Today we're going to start off with something I have had, oh my goodness, I'll have to fix that. I've had a number of questions about, and it's about residences and the various residences that are in Cavern and what's available to you in Cavern. So this is the residence hut block. It is something that you need to be able to build a residence in your colony. And in order to make that hut block, you need to go into the crafting table, of course, and you're going to build it in this pattern with any planks, and that's any planks will do, around the outside, a torch in the middle, and your build tool in the top, which is, of course, an item you're going to get out of your supply camp or ship, whichever you choose to do. So once you've built that and you have that in your inventory, you will be able to go and actually build a residence. And the residence in Cavern, we're going to be going and building them in there in a little bit. But first I'm going to show you just the residences themselves. So first we've got in the Cavern, when you right click on the floor anywhere, you're going to have your various options. Residences are in fundamentals. And the default, which is what I call sort of the basic everyday go into a hall residence, is just like this. It's a nice little box, and it goes up to level 5, gets pretty fancy once we get up there, and that's it. I'm going to show you how we're actually going to build that in a minute. So once we've got that out of the way, we have a second kind of residence, and that would be the one that goes in mega halls, and it is a special one. It only actually goes in one mega hall, and that is the town hall entrance one. So again, we're going into fundamentals, mega hall, and residence, and it looks like this, just like this, and it has a lot of placeholders because it's designed to fit into a mega hall and not actually affect any of the other parts of the hall. And of course that goes up to level 5 as well and gets pretty fancy. So it looks kind of funny when you look at it just by itself, which is why of course you would never build it by itself. The third kind of residence is the alternative, and the alternative is a basically it's just like the default one, and you can use it as a default one in a regular hall, except I've just built it so that it's long as opposed to tall, and the reason for this is so that it can go into the lower halls, which again I will be showing you in a moment. So again, it goes all the way up to level 5 and gets to be a pretty fancy place on the inside when you get to there. So there you go. There's the 3 kinds of residences that we have available to us in Cavern. So how do you use them, you ask? Well, let me show you. This here is a standard hall, and it is found in, of course, in the infrastructure and in the halls, and this is the stone upper. The deep slate upper is the exact same thing, it's just made out of deep slate instead of regular stone. So, standard hall. You have your spaces on the outside to build things in, and one of those things would be a residence. So you go ahead and you're going to click to bring up your build menu, fundamentals, default, and choosing the residence. And what you're going to do is you're going to now I always hit escape and kind of move back a little bit because that lets you look at your preview and move around. And when you right click in the air again, it's going to bring your build menu up. So You're going to take a look at where that door is, and you're going to move things around and swap things around until you have this looking like that. So what you'll end up with, moving all that around, is you're going to be able to see the white edges of the build itself. You're going to see that the doors are lined up in that door space, the windows are lined up, and these blocks are lined up. And you'll be able to see, you probably won't be able to see all of those placeholder blocks in the back there, because that will probably be full of rock. So that's it. That's all you have to do to line it up in a regular hall. I always overlap mine onto that outside wall. You actually could put it one further back and not have it overlapping the wall. That won't hurt anything if you do it that way, but I like to overlap them just because you're making the most efficient use of your space. So that's that. The second one, the alternative, can be used in exactly the same way. Alternative residence, and you're going to turn that so that you can see the doors. You're going to move that so that it overlaps the wall, and you're going to move it over so that you can see the doors and everything are all lined up. You'll be able to see the edges there. So you could put, instead of 4 of these up and down, you can put 4 of these side to side. And of course, one of the facades is what will let you get up to that next level. This one, it also fits into the lower halls. So this is the stone lower, and it's when you build the multiple layers in your colony, you'll be able to build this, and it fits in exactly the same way. You're pulling up fundamentals, alternative, and residence, turning it so you can see that door, and lining it up with the wall, moving it over so that it's lined up there. You'll be able to see the edges of your preview there, and you'll see that it fits in there quite nicely. And when we take a look outside, which of course you wouldn't normally see this because it'll be inside the mountain, you'll see that it does fit in there quite nicely. And when it's multiple levels of a colony, it will actually be just touching or one away from the next layer. So that is the regular and the alternative. And yeah, that's that. So this is the other kind of hall. I now have the narrow options for the halls, and it fits in exactly the same way. You can still see these guides on the sides for putting things in, and it's just the hall itself has been built to be a smaller sort of profile, but it's exactly the same thing. You're still going to be pulling the fundamentals. Let's take a look at with the regular default, and moving that so that it overlaps with the wall, and so that you can see it there, and there you go. That is just how easy it is in this one. Because we built a 2-level one, you'll see that up here you'll have that second level. So that is how it works in the narrow halls infrastructure. The last one to take a look at is the mega hall version. Now this is, and again, you'll very rarely see it just like this. This is the town hall entrance mega hall. It is intended, of course, to be pushed into a mountain, so you won't actually see it like this. You'll only see this bit right here. But this one has its very special builder's hut and a residence. I could probably change this sign here from house to residence. We used to just call them houses, and then we called them citizen huts, and now we call them residences. So they've had some name changes, but they're all the same thing. With this one, mega halls all have special signs to help you place everything. So in this one, the house mega hall goes here. You'll right click on that same block. You're going to go to fundamentals. You're going to choose mega hall and the residence. You may need to flip it around, but again, will be lined up with the door, and these posts actually will line up. So if we take a look, if we move it just that little bit, you'll see that there's these posts, and if they're out of place, you're not going to have it right. But when you do it like that, it'll be all lined up. So just popping through here, this is what it looks like when it is added into the Mega Hall. And again, you normally wouldn't see this because it would be inside the mountain. But that is how simple it is to place the Mega Hall version of the residence. And that's that. So this one, having so many versions, is a little bit longer than I intended, but I hope that this helps explain how the 3 different residences in Cavern work and how you can use them. So if you have any questions, obviously you can always reach me or any of the other team on our Discord, on the Minecolonies Discord, or you can put a comment here. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know what you'd like me to tackle next. Otherwise, I will be coming up with different ones of these quick tips to help explain things. So I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic day and that we see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.